Justice, what is he gonna do? Rumored he's been in the hallway. We've seen footage with him with Slaughter, Adnoid, and Mustafa. He says he stands alone, yet we see him with others.
We're gonna know right away what he means by justice will be served.
That guy right there could change the entire complexion of any match.
He's a big son of a big guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Big guy.
Watch it.
Yeah, that's Detroit. Big guy.
He's getting a tremendous ovation here.
I don't like the look in his eye. I don't really care which way he
That's
goes.
good then.
Why don't you go tell him?
That's
You don't like the look in his
But
eye.
I mean, he's not getting in that ring like a referee.
What's he getting in like?
Like he's got a plan.
He's got a referee shirt on.
But I mean, he didn't step through the ropes, wave to the people, stand in the corner.
Hey, I've seen him jump from the floor onto the apron like a gazelle. Don't you worry. He's very capable.
Triangle of terror on the way.
Ah, terrific. Here comes the Locust.
I'll be able to tell in a minute if something's going down.
Wow.
By the expression on Slaughter's face, and if Adnan smiles.
The Benedict Arnold of the World Wrestling Federation, the traitor, Sergeant Slaughter, and his entourage, ready to do battle here.
This is hell, folks. If you don't understand it, these men here are so geared up. They have absolutely nothing to lose.
Somebody's gonna get hurt, and I mean hurt real bad.
That's why they call it hell, because nobody likes it.
Red, white, and blue everywhere here in the Garden.
Wait a minute.
What?
Slaughter's talking with Justice. I think they shook hands.
They did, son.
Well, here's Captain Schizo.
You think it's his coffee?
This guy made coffee nervous.
What an ovation for the Ultimate Warrior. Is he ready? Yes.
Yes, but can he be trusted? That's one of the particulars here. Hogan don't like him. He don't like Hogan.
Now watch if Justice and Hogan have eye contact.
Yeah, watch it.
I can barely hear.
This place is electric.
They've just blown off the roof on Madison Square Garden. The World Wrestling Federation champion, Hulk Hogan. Hulkamania is alive and well.
I do believe, though, we've got to take note of what Bobby said, that you must look in the eyes right now of everybody. The eyes of the Warrior. The eyes of Hogan. You must figure out, are they really on the same side? Will they hang in there when it gets tough? Where's Justice coming from?
And what about the Warrior's mind? How's it been affected by being bitten by a cobra at the hands of Jake the Snake Roberts and The Undertaker?
20,000 strong on their feet here in Madison Square Garden.
And millions
Look at
all over the world.
Hogan just threw all his stuff on Slaughter. Slaughter is fuming. Slaughter is the brains of this organization. Slaughter is the one to be careful of. Slaughter is a traitor, and he can't get enough tonight in my mind.
Adnan, General Adnan just winked.
What does that mean?
Winked at who?
I don't know.
Well, why are you
When somebody
spreading
winks
these
at
kind of
somebody, it means two things.
garbage around for?
You want to go, you want to make a date?
has sounded. We're underway. Hulkster, the greatest World Wrestling Federation champion in the history of the WWF, bar none. Nobody has done what the Hulkster has done here in the WWF. No question.
I can attest to how strong and how powerful Hogan is, because I fought Hogan toe-to-toe with all my guts, and I'm telling you, Hogan can go.
Hogan this, Hogan that. He is the World Wrestling Federation champion. But had the real world champion, Ric Flair, gone to his dressing room door, and when that door opened, he would have dragged Hulk Hogan right to the ring, and he would have made him surrender his title.
Will you stop with that garbage, that speculation?
Like he did mine.
Well, listen, but that didn't happen. What did happen, Boobs?
You got humiliated like you usually do.
So, back to Hogan.
He may be the greatest thing that ever happened to professional wrestling in your mind, but to me, in my opinion, that man's rude.
Look what's going on.
Justice not taking any baloney from anybody.
Could be a ploy.
It didn't look like no ploy to me. It looked like a typical Slaughter tactic, and it looked like it got...
But maybe Hogan got to him. Maybe the greatest athlete that ever lived, in your mind, greased his palm.
Why don't you stop with all the procrastinating?
Yeah. The broadcast journals, I'm just making an assumption.
Well, do a little journalism here and get into what's going on and quit knocking people.
Sarge with the champ trapped in the corner, but now look, it's reversal. And Slaughter almost went flying out of there.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna be enough to stop Slaughter.
And now,
look at this punching. Sid Justice is making, he's not even trying to get him to stop. He's letting him punch, he's letting him do whatever he wants.
Hulks are unloading on everybody. Tag made.
I hope Slaughter stays on his feet. That way he can take more punishment.
Oh, you really hate the guy, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I suppose you like a traitor.
Well, it's none of my business. I don't want to get involved politically.
Aren't you an American?
Yeah. Hello? Well, I'm American. Yeah, why?
Well, this guy turned his back on this country. Would you do that? Maybe you would.
My favorite show is The Price is Right.
Get up, Slaughter, so they can knock you down again. Holy cow! You folks got to see that one close up.
Over for the cover, hooks the leg, he won't get him. Mustafa came in there in a hurry. Hulkster with an elbow right between the eyes.
What has the referee done so far? Just stay out of the way?
Yes, but he has stayed out of the way of everybody. The only one thing that he did do was take an illegal foreign object away. Otherwise, he's been fair and impartial.
I don't like the teamwork here. Slaughter's been in the ring the whole time.
You don't like nothing.
Like me.
Except the 976 numbers.
Obviously, he doesn't have much stock in his core.
Hard to have any core there. When you get beaten by Hogan. Get on him!
Here they come.
Mustafa in there once again.
And notice Justice was down there with a nice smooth count. 1,001, 1,002. Same count for everybody, keeping law and justice.
Clothesline and a beauty. Nowhere for Sarge to go. He absorbed the full brunt of that blow. It's been all Hulk and Warrior up to now.
Not only that, let's give credit again where credit's due. As much as I hate the guy.
Here we go.
Slaughter has
Justice,
been
get in there.
By himself taking punishment. What's this? No, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Trying to get him out of the corner. Hulkster wouldn't break there.
He's trying to be a good official. I saw him earlier get on Slaughter's team. Keeping Slaughter's team in the corner.
Yeah, but he physically put his hands on Hogan twice.
So far, he's called it right down the middle, as far as I'm concerned.
I tend to agree with you, Gurr.
Sarge tried to take a cheap shot at the Warrior, who ducked underneath it.
You know, Slaughter has been in there, took all that punishment, still came back, cut his opponent off, and tagged.
It's a tough guy. It's a tough guy.
Now it's Adnan. Chant going out by this capacity crowd here in the Garden for the Hulkster.
They chant for Hulk Hogan like they chant for no one else. And he loves it.
Being triple teamed right now.
The more the people chant, the more it gets Hogan going.
Look at Justice. He's keeping Slaughter back, he's keeping the Warrior back.
But he's allowing a double team to take place here. Well, you can't have eyes in the back of your head,
Hey,
right?
man, he's only a human being. He's trying his heart out. At least the way I see
He's one of the most unusual human beings I've ever seen.
A big sucker.
Oh, here it comes.
I remember this back in '83.
Camel clutch.
Justice down there on top of things.
Hulkster's not gonna quit. That word is not in his vocabulary.
He's going right down the middle now.
Backbreaker well executed by Slaughter. 2 count, referee right there.
Very slow count though.
Oh! Slaughter is really hanging in tough. Hogan is hanging in tough. Look at Justice. I gotta say that's calling it down the middle, wouldn't you, Gorilla?
Absolutely, not afraid to stick his nose in there. Whoa!
It's like two walls hitting each other.
Accidental!
What the hell's
That
going
was
on?
designed perfectly by Slaughter. He did that on purpose.
Well, I wonder,
Something may be happening here.
I hate to say it, Gorilla, but do you suppose that the boobs could be right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You notice he stayed with Slaughter while Adnan did all the scratching and biting. He's not doing nothing now, is he, to stop him? He's letting him get away with it.
Gorilla, Bobby's right about that.
There's nothing illegal going on
He was
right
biting
now.
him right in the face.
You're allowed a 5 count to break anything.
But he
you're
never
doing.
tried to count. He just stood there and watched it happen.
Maybe he was counting to
Okay,
himself.
but he's counting now. Let's check out the rhythm.
Slaughter up on top. Oh, he got a little extra punch from the Warrior.
I don't know. How do you call that one, Boom?
Well, he didn't go over and reprimand the Warrior.
He flew halfway across the ring.
Hey, Gorilla, I don't know. Boobs may have a point here.
Yeah, but
You know, I'm not a broadcast journalist for
he's
nothing.
on his head, you know.
The tag is made!
Warrior on fire, clothesline off the ropes, and another one.
3 clotheslines.
But now's the time to tell Kenny hang. This is a handicap. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Inadvertently ran into Justice.
Well, that didn't really scare Justice too much.
Didn't even move him.
Beat your chest some more.
He is a big, huge man. The Warrior couldn't even knock him off his feet. Now watch, he's letting this happen.
Gave Slaughter the opportunity to gain control once again in this one.
They've got him trapped now in the corner.
Didn't take Slaughter long to figure out how to cut off the Warrior.
And look at Justice right over there laying the count on.
Slaughter doing some diversionary tactics there. Not the fault of Justice's. Is Justice's a word?
You got it.
Thanks. Just gotta cut me some slack on that
Pretty
one.
bad when you have to ask him for help.
I've had my bad days, Boobs. But not in a row like you.
Suplex coming up. No, nice block.
Good
By the
block.
Ultimate One, blocked once again. Oh, and he turned it around.
But he's hurt also.
Took a lot out of the Warrior. He's looking to make the tag to the Hulkster.
Yeah, but he's making the tag awful quick. Hogan was in there, took a lot of punishment. That didn't seem to stop Hogan, though. He's still full of
There was no tag made there.
You know, it would appear that he's trying to be fair.
It's a hard call to make.
Well, that's what he was contracted to do, Brain. To go out there and be impartial.
For a second, I thought that Bobby had a point. I thought that Justice was swaying. But when I see him, he's just trying his heart out to be what he said. Stand up straight and tall.
You really think so?
Yes, I do.
Warrior in a whole heap of trouble here.
Come on, Warrior, get off your butt and tag.
Hulkster wanting to make the tag here in the worst way, but not being given the opportunity. Irish whip now by Sarge. Ducks underneath. Here's a chance for the Warrior to make the tag.
No, tag, Warrior, tag.
He doesn't know where he's at. He doesn't know what side of the ring Hulk Hogan's on.
Come on, man, teamwork.
Warrior running on instinct here, but doesn't know where his corner is.
The only way you're gonna be able to do it is teamwork. Warrior, you must find yourself.
Counting both men now.
He's up to 6.
Well, as soon as one reaches his knees, the count will stop. Count is over right now.
Slaughter's up. Slaughter's up.
Oh, there's the tag.
All right.
Hulk unloading with those big roundhouse rights. For the ride and plants the boot.
Look out behind you. Good cover by the Warrior.
One dummy down, another one went down.
It ain't enough.
Come on, Justice, do your job. Get him out of the ring.
Warrior just eliminated 2/3 of the card.
Warrior's got a chair.
Warrior.
Warrior
chasing back to the
chasing
judges.
Adnan and Mustafa all the way back to the locker room.
What did Hogan use here?
We're talking hell.
A little bit of powder and a 1, 2, 3, and it's all over.
What kind of power is that?
It's justice.
That's victory powder, Brain.
We said
Where's Warrior? Where's Mustafa? Where's Adnan? Where's Justice?
we said this was a match made in hell, and hell is what it took to win. And there's the winner.
Take a look. Take a good look at the greatest professional athlete in the world today. The immortal Hulk Hogan.
But not the real world champion.
Don't stop.
Getting tired of that remark, Boobs. Where did the Warrior go?
I don't know. Where'd Adnan go? Where'd Mustafa go? Where'd Justice go?
Obvious. Brain that Adnan and Mustafa defected.
You mean deserted?
That's
There
right.
must be one hell of a fight going on back there in the locker room.
What's it?
Well, I will say this. Sid Justice said he did exactly what he said. He called it right down the middle. Justice did prevail. I'm wrong.
Hey, and no matter what Roddy Piper thinks of Hulk Hogan, you gotta give credit where credit's due. Check him out.
There's only one.
Thank heavens for that. Hulk doing a little peeking there, man.
Hulkster saying, wait a minute.
What's he doing?
He's motioning towards the locker room. He's giving a wave here to somebody. Look, it's Justice.
Looks like the Grim Reaper.
Hulkster
this?
wants Justice back out there in the ring.
Hey, I is what I is. That's what Justice does. He said he would stand tall, and he did.
It's pandemonium here at SummerSlam.
Oh, no.
Justice not sure why he's out there. Hulkster wants him in the ring. Take a look at that body.
must be the marriage made in heaven, right?
No, it's not yet.
This is the WWF. It don't get no better, folks. That's why we're all here. Because we like the best.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm surprised. I just knew for sure Justice was going to turn on Hogan. I just knew it.
You were surprised, huh, Boobs?
I'm going to fire 2 of my staff members. I got the wrong information. They're done. They're finished. They know who they are.
Boy, that'll be a big cut paid for you, huh? Look at that! I don't think Justice has ever posed before, but he looks good.